Starting a business is so exciting. It's scary, it's overwhelming, and there's a lot going on. Please do not make one of these massive mistakes we see small businesses make in social media, because when they're made, they make a really big impact and they can really throw you off course. You need to get them done right, and you need to get them done in an extremely timely manner. I'm talking on the same day. So the first one is securing your business name. I know that sounds super obvious, and I don't want to tell my grandmother how to suck eggs. Securing that business name and making sure that it is unique to you, unique to your town, unique to your industry is really important. It may seem really unique to you, and you may not have heard it, and you may have not have seen it in any circumstance, but you don't know what people are thinking, and you need to double check the old mate down the road hasn't secured a very similar business name in a very similar industry. I don't think it matters as much in between industries, but certainly when you're in the same industry, it pays to have something, that differentiates you from another person. Also, there's words, particularly in Australia, things like bank and trust, you can't use in business names. So you can have a really great name, but if you're using those kind of words and that kind of language, then you may get knocked back. Make sure you do your due diligence and double check that that name's not being used. And if it is being used, perhaps it's being used in a different context or by a different industry, and you can make some tweaks and change it up a little bit. The second thing you absolutely must do, and you have to do it on the same day as securing your business name, is securing your domain. Even if you're a brick and mortar store and you don't have any plans to be digital or online or have a website in the next 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, 5 years, secure that URL now, because you don't want to limit your possibility and growth into the future. Once that domain is gone, you've either lost it to someone else or they will try to sell it back to you at a premium, which is a common business practice these days. There are people that keep their eye on the domain registry and also on the business name registry. And if someone happens to register a business name and they're not quick enough, that person will grab that domain name. We're not quite sure of the lag. We think it's around 2 days to a week where domain registrations and business name registrations are out there for anyone to see. By securing that domain and securing that business name on the same day, you can make sure those slippery little nefarious don't try to sell you back what is your idea and your business name. Try to get all of the extensions as well. It's not super expensive to get them all. By extensions, I mean get your .com, get your .com.au. And now in Australia, you can just get .au. So I would suggest and highly recommend that you get all 3 of those domains so that you can lock down that business name for you and you only into the future. The third thing you have to do, securing your social media handles and trying to secure them on every possible platform. Even if you think you're not going to dalliance in that platform, highly recommend getting it. Now, you may think that you've got a really unique, really creative, amazing name that no one's ever thought about. If you type that into Instagram or LinkedIn, you'd be shocked. There'll be 50 incarnations of it. There is literally 59 million professional business accounts on LinkedIn, 60 million professional business accounts on Facebook, 200 million Instagram professional accounts. That's not all accounts, that's just professional accounts, and more than 1 billion TikTok accounts. If your ideal name doesn't exist, which it didn't for me, my business is called Dark Horse Agency. 2-3 people have it. I had to distinguish myself on Instagram, so I decided that I was very locationally based, so I called it Dark Horse Perth. So there is ways around it of creating a name that still makes sense, that is still on brand and consistent with branding across multiple social media channels, but securing those handles early and double checking on the same day that you do your business name registration, on the same day that you do your domain registration, will ensure that that same little cash monsters out there who want to snip social media accounts and then sell them back to you don't have a chance to do it. One of the biggest mistakes that we see coming in as a social media marketing agency, and it is sometimes impossible, but always very expensive to fix, and that is setting up your Meta Business Manager properly. I can say with almost complete confidence that most small businesses, if they're starting up, will start a Facebook account, an Instagram account, or both. Setting up your Meta Business Manager, which is the business account which all of those sit under, properly in the first instance is so important. We literally get so many businesses coming in with these problems. We've literally just taken 6 months to solve one, and we are still trying to solve another that has been 12 months in the making. Always have more than 3 people in that business manager admin that you trust and that will always have access to it and are proficient in that space. We've seen franchises that have not been able to sell on to their franchise because they can't figure out the business manager untangling. We've had people that can't run ads.
Computer says no.
We've had people that do not even have access to their own business accounts because a staff member has left and they just don't know how to access it anymore.
Can I have a word with the manager?
Computer says no.
So please, of all the things I have recommended today, make sure that business manager is set up and is set up properly. And do not get old mate down the road who thinks they're really good at Instagram and Facebook to set it up for you, because I can absolutely guarantee they will not do it properly. It's really, really hard. So many people get it wrong. Please just get someone that you know and trust who is proficient in that space to set it up for you, because it can be the biggest mental head brain cluster ever you will have as a business moving forward, particularly if you want to rely on ads. As you can see, I do plenty of videos on how to elevate your social media in your small business. I also do videos on how I run a business and a digital marketing agency and things I've learned as a small business owner. And I'm also sharing videos on my top tips on how to manage social media use with your kids. I have a teen and a tween and the journey is rough. So please stay tuned for all my future videos and subscribe so you don't miss any. These slimy, slippery little lizards. And for the love of everything butterscotch and honey, please set up your business manager correctly.